a really overlooked key issue in my opinion. Wolverine number, whatever issue number this is the first fight, interaction between Deadpool and Wolverine. What up YouTube, Nate here. In the ongoing efforts to finally clean up this office, I shot a pickup video actually. Right here you can see a lot of statues. I did two videos actually. One was talking about how inexpensive Bowen statues are locally, and kind of like a tip I shared with everybody. You know, if you want to get into statue collecting and you don't want to pay that sideshow premium format price, Bowen's not a bad place to go. I would check out Bowen. I had also a bunch of other things. I'm going to start unboxing, putting those on videos for some people who requested them. And just to give our channel some content. I'm trying to decide what I want to do first. I have a pile of comics here, which I know not a lot of people follow that. Whatever. I love comic books right now. Video games I've kind of slowed down on just because it's... like, how much more do I have? A lot of video games I really don't need anymore. I'm not picking up any more just like reading comics. I'm getting too many comics too fast, so I'm cutting that round out. I'm going right to the new round one, which is key issues. Issues that meant something to me or are of significant importance. Round 2 will be current reads. The new reads video. Like, I'm only into like a few comic book lines right now in my mailbox at the comic book store. So I'll share that in round 2, and round 3 will be Lester's favorite segment of the video, mail time. Yeah, I buy some comics on eBay and stuff like that. It's really fun to open those on camera and see how well some eBay shop sellers package their items. There's poster. I might do a section where I just have temporary posters in the game room. Anything of relevance. Did you watch Wonder Woman? Because I haven't yet. This is Luke Cage, by the way. Key issues. Ding, ding, ding. There's not many for this one. This was $1 at the local comic book store. Nothing special about it except that Deadpool. Bullseye is on the cover, kicking Matt Murdock's ass. I picked this up because I thought it'd be a nice companion piece to my... You can't see it. It's right there. My Bullseye statue. I thought that would make a nice companion piece for that shelf over here. Nothing special about that one. Resurrection of Elektra. A double-size 190 Daredevil. I don't know if the camera picks that up. Oh, the price tag's gone. This is $5. Another key issue because it has story significance in it. The cover, not too bad. Frank Miller. If you're not familiar with Frank Miller, he did like Miller's work includes Sin City. Daredevil really kind of went in a nice direction with him writing the stories for, that's where you got Elektra coming in, the Hand coming in. Really good Frank Miller stuff. He wrote stories, but he was also a penciler, I think. And just as Daredevil got really popular, his pencil, he referred to another penciler whose name is escaping me right now. But he would initially pencil it, send it to the inker, and then his pencils became just like loose concept sketches, basically, for the other guy who's filling in for him. And then by the end, he was just full-time writer. Really cool, his style of mixing like Western and Eastern comic books together in one. The emptiness of Japanese. If you ever read Japanese comics, they're just like very artistic-y. And then American comics are very wordy. You put them together, Sin City. Probably the best key issue that I picked up just yesterday, actually, with my Kuya boy. Avengers number 54. I would say a fair condition value. $10 for this one. The first appearance of Ultron. Now, I believe that you would consider this a cameo appearance. Technically, this issue is the first appearance of the Crimson Cowl. That's all I'll say about that. That's the end of key issues. Ding, ding, ding. Round 2. Current reads. Oh, why is it so hard to say current reads? Let's see here. There was a delinquent mailbox at my local comic book store, so I picked up a couple more. The Mighty Thor issues. The notorious Mighty Thor people don't like because Thor is not a mantle, as Noah said. Thor is a name. I'm like, no, Thor's a mantle. Jane Foster is the new Thor. Sorry, spoiler alert, it's in the news. This is the Mighty Thor number 9, or, sorry, Mighty Thor number 11, right there. $3.99 comic book cover prices, that's American, but the comic book store I go to charges American. This is number 10, she's being arrested by S.H.I.E.L.D., it looks like on the cover. And number 9, if you saw in the one of the latest pickup videos anyways, the Mighty Thor number 1, Recon Acquisition, just getting back into comic books. So I'm trying to catch up, and in my efforts to pick like comic books to go into my mailbox, I've only really chosen 2. The Mighty Thor and the all-new Wolverine, who's X-23, as taking up the mantle Wolverine. All these female like superhero characters, which I actually personally am pretty psyched about, mainly because I have like a daughter now, and a lot of these superheroes aren't just about, you know, being scantily clad. They're actually very powerful people. Very real too. If you saw the new Champions storyline, which I just learned about yesterday. Very realistic and not sexualized. You know, very powerful women, and it's something that as a father I'm kind of happy that my daughter can look up to, kind of thing. She's really into Gwenpool right now, so that gives me all the license in the world for my wife to buy Gwenpool stuff. But we'll just stop talking about that for now. A very interesting story that was recommended to me by my queer boy, Baby Teeth, number 1. This is a second cover, actually. The first cover, I think, is like a pea stick cover. The art on this looks amazing. Look at that cover. Very nice looking art. I'm going to research this a little bit more. The artist in this is supposed to be really cool, which I'm not going to talk much about it because I don't want to sound like an idiot. But the whole premise of Baby Teeth, if you've never heard about it before, is this woman is going to give birth, or has given birth to the new Hellspawn, I guess. You know this baby's going to be bad news. And you would usually kill that baby. But this woman's like, nah, I'm going to take care of my baby. It's my baby. I don't care if she's going to kill the world. Or he's going to. I haven't read it yet. And I don't care if my baby's the new Hellspawn. I will raise it right. Send it on its way. That's the whole premise of Baby Teeth. It sounds like a really interesting read. The art looks amazing. I'm a sucker for those 2 things. So if you've read it, please let me know in the comments below. I haven't read this yet. I'm going to read it digitally. That's why I taped up this issue already. But I own the physical of it right there. Lester's favorite segment of the video. Oh man, this was face up the whole time. Hopefully my dress wasn't out there. I guess I can always blur it out if I have to. Mail time! So this was from a Canadian seller. You know, pretty sturdy. Very sturdy, actually. One of the better mail packages I've had. Just cutting my comic book up. That's what I'm doing right now. You will be getting an A+ rating from me on the eBays. Hi, baby. Oh, you can sit down over here. Daddy's just talking to his friends on the internet. Who's your favorite superhero, Haley? Yeah, who's your favorite superhero? Anna Elsa from Frozen. And Gwenpool? Yeah, you like Gwenpool?
I do.
Good. Best thing in the world being a dad. Absolutely. Congratulations, might be the Game Genie again, homie. Good for you. And CJR's had kids for a while, so he's been through it before, actually. Congratulations to you, Canadian YouTubers. Sega Stoner, what's up? Shout outs. Gonna have you on a podcast eventually when we do podcasts again. There you go. Packages. That took a while to unbox, unbag, or whatever. A lot of care, though. You really like that. Really protects your comics. These were listed as near mint. And it's from my inexpensive key issues collecting phase, I guess, right now. Very meticulous. Let's see what we got today in mail time. Star Fox Barrel Roll. No, it's not that Star Fox. I picked this up for, it was like $1 something on the internet. I think this is, I don't know if this is for first Star Fox. From Titan with Love, Star Fox. Look at that. There you go. I'm not familiar enough with the character of Star Fox. It was an impulse buy because combined shipping, you know, you save some money the more comics you buy in terms of shipping. So I added that on for about $2. Will it be in a movie? A really overlooked key issue, in my opinion. Wolverine 88. Whatever issue number this is the first interaction between Deadpool and Wolverine. You know they're related. I won't go into the details of how they have the same type of powers, but this is the first time they met in comic books. $5 Canadian. So for you American folks, it's really cheap. A nice key issue to have, in my opinion. I haven't read this yet, and this one I probably will just try to find a digital copy. This is a really nice, near mint condition comic. A cool key issue for me. And Mandarin has a new assassin, another inexpensive key issue. The first new Psylocke. I actually have the first appearance North American of Psylocke. There was a European comic before with Captain Britain that had Psylocke in it, but New Mutants Annual number 2, I believe, is the first Psylocke in North America. This is the new Assassin Psylocke. I'll rebag this, of course. Another near mint condition comic. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Is this Jim Lee cover? Yeah, it looks like an early Jim Lee as well. Comment below if you're familiar. But yeah, I haven't read this. I'm not familiar on this. I just know this is the issue that the new Psylocke is introduced in. There you go. Mail time is over, and there's another comic book pickup video for y'all. Thank you guys very much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions or comments about anything here today. Thank you for everyone who's watching and supporting my new hobby, my resurgence of comic book love. Ian and Lester, and no, not Lester, but Ian and Gary, basically getting back into comics. You'll forgive me, Lester and Gary are kind of like clones, so I've confused the two. But then again, yeah, there you go. I'll put this away, and I'm going to shoot another video unboxing dedicated to Kid Shoryuken. Right there. How did I get a half-price Proto Man Buster replica? You can wear this sucker. You want to see me unbox this and shoot some shit up? Subscribe to the channel. I think I need to, it says AAA batteries not included. Or AA, sorry. 3 AA batteries not included.